Hello, Awifians. Hello, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to you all, wherever you may be in the world. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic new month. Please come join me. I am so sorry I could not be here on Monday. I had technical issues, and I've already been informed by my internet company that there's going to be some renovations or work on my line. So from the 10th of December, it's going to be hard for me to come up live. How are you doing? Happy new month. It's December already, and we are coming to the end of 2020. What a year it has been. Such a struggle. It has been good for some people. We've lost so many people. It's a difficult time to be alive, but we're here. And we can only express our gratitude to what's happening right now. If this is the very first time you're watching me live, my name is Lillian Mole. I am the founder and CEO of the African Women's Economic and Entrepreneurship Forum, the place where we challenge the status quo for economic advancement of African women. We're almost at the end. We're gradually getting to the end of the live streams here for this year. I hope you've managed to create a network, a pool of network of women who can support you, who can advise you, who can be your friend, who can be your mentor, or who can just be that person that you really want to copy in the most beautiful way. This is what this platform is all about, that we can encourage one another, that we can motivate one another despite the differences that we may have, and that we can carry on in the most positive way. I am here to give you what I believe is important for us, we women, especially we African women, some tips that we need to start working on as we prepare for 2021. It's been difficult. It's been hard. Some of the investors that we had dropped us at the last minute, and some of you cannot pivot your business. We cannot save everybody. But there are so many lessons to be learned, and we're going to go through this together. Despite the situation, let's not forget that we are stronger together than anything else. And sometimes it doesn't really work the way we want, and moving on is the only option. So please take the time to look at your life. What has happened so far? What you think have been the highlights? What successes you've had so far? And how you can make it better in 2021. I hope that this platform has served you one way or the other. I hope that you've had some investors through this platform, and we look forward to working with you in a much more deeper way, a much more less stressful way in 2021 onwards. So as we gradually close the books for this year, which has been a very difficult year, I couldn't have stopped. I couldn't have closed my books. I couldn't have started preparing for my Christmas without giving you my own 3 tips that I think are essential for us women to start planning for 2021. Irrespective of what happened in 2020, we all have to pivot one way or the other. We have to pivot. Business is no longer going to be the same like it used to be. I will be very frank with you. I have always been, and I will be. Personally, I have moved. I have pivoted. Office-wise, I think I told you in so many live streams, moving from 60 meters square to something much more smaller. And just like life has it prepared for us all, when you put out your intentions out there, the universe brings it in the most favorable way, in the most beautiful way. So we're still in the same place, still organization, but a smaller office. And we'll be doing much more of outsourcing than in-house. So open your eyes. There will be opportunities for work. For some people who could not have their investment, we are going to be having them as staff from a distance. It's all good. It's all good. And ego should not play a role here. It's all good. My hope is really to lead by example. I cannot have the same lifestyle, the same office, the same like it used to be. It's not possible. And I've taken the necessary measures to downsize so funds can go somewhere else. So I'm really happy that the universe brought that open to me. I wanted that, and it's possible for me. As from the 15th of December, I'm changing offices, same building, but smaller size. I'm so grateful. Less stress, less stress. So apart from that, on a personal level, we all have to make decisions, because my goal is that we invest, or we try to pivot, or we try to network with better people so we can achieve more. On Monday, I couldn't come here to give you the first tip, so I'm going to give you 2 tips today. The first one from Monday and the second one from today. And on Friday, I'll give you the last tip of the year, because I will be closing books, taking a break. As a widow, I have to take care of my kids, make sure they have what they need, make sure I have the energy to better serve you next year. There will be work behind the scenes. We're not leaving anybody behind. But some of the activities have to slow down as the year gradually comes to an end. So Friday might be the last live stream for the year. I'm not too sure, because there's so many people that we're supposed to, conclude or move on with the live stream. But how do we move on to 2021? Looking at what has happened in 2020. The developed world gave us the impression that they are injecting funds to businesses. Now we're coming to realize that yes, those funds are there for some people, but not everybody qualifies for those funds. And now people have to take credit to run their own business. Even if it's credit at 0%, it's a credit which you have to give back. I'll tell you a story. There is a Chinese restaurant that I always go to close to where I work. And because of the lockdown, and because of where the restaurant is and where I live, I cannot order. And there was last Friday, I went shopping and I said, I must go shopping close to this restaurant so I can pick up something. I went there and the lady was there and we spoke. She has known me for 15 years, I think, or maybe more. And we spoke and she said, I feel as though I've been duped. I put in my money to do renovations, and now with all the credit they are giving, I do not qualify because I have the means to inject money in my own business. I feel as though I've been duped. I don't know what to do. She said to me, before the month of April, I could get 800 Swiss francs per day through delivery, online delivery. But now I get only 200 Swiss francs per day. How do I pay my rent? How do I pay all the credit I took to renovate my place? So we should be very, very careful when we talk to people. We should be very careful when they say, oh, in the developed world, your government is going to give you money. That's a lie. That's a lie. And when we say more money is going back home, that's a lie. So we should be careful of how we use our words and when we use those words. For some people, it's true. Amazon is making money. That's a fact. For some people, nothing has changed. For me, nothing has changed. That's a fact. But that does not mean I'm sending more money back home. That's not true. That's not true. Because you have to be cautious for the next 6 months what's going to happen. We should be careful when we say things, how we say things, because people are really suffering. It's going to hit us all. But I hope that through the help of this community, through the friendship we've created, even some of them, they break down. because of misunderstanding or lack of security. Just know, within one another, we have each other. This platform is meant for that. This platform is here to help us understand what we do not. This platform is here to help us bridge the link between what we lack and where we want to go. Mistakes we made along the way. Don't give up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I decided 10 years of my life committed to you all, to the community, to Africa, without pay. 10 years. I'm at 6.5. 10 years of my life. No pay. I'm going to put in my money. I'm going to pay staff. I'm going to pay 10 years of my life. I've got you. In my own little way, in my own humble way, I've got you. But you have to protect yourself. You have to ask yourself the right question. With all what's happening right now, how do we move to 2021? What is it that has been so difficult for us in 2020, in this era? Because God knows there have been difficult moments. And for some people, nothing has changed yet, or will never change. So without taking too much of your time, as we gradually, as you're going to think of Christmas present, as you're going to think of the nice period, cookies, all the family reunion through Zoom and Skype, let's think of how we want to handle 2021. Because I believe that's going to be even more difficult. Irrespective of the situation, that's going to be more difficult. So today, I'm going to give you what I think we should be looking into. So the first tip that we should be really thinking of is, do we have a budget? What is it that you need as a person to survive? What are your basic costs? Transportation, school for your kids, your hair product, your skin product, whatever you need, food, gas for your car, telephone. Make a budget of what you really need in your life. What are really the essential, the basic stuff? Insurance, all your insurance, your mortgage if you have a home, your rent if you don't have a home, your car, your leasing. Put all of that down and just make a total of what is absolutely necessary for you. So you know where you stand and you start asking the right questions. Number 2, as we gradually move into 2021, when we've made that budget, knowing if we have a gap or not, it's time to invest in new skills to improve our income. So you have this budget. This is what you earn. This is what is left. Or maybe nothing is left. Or maybe you're in negative. What skill can you learn to bring you more income? Could you be a coach? Could you start, trading? Could you start doing social media management for other companies? What skills can you learn that in 6 months, you could take the time to learn those skills, and in 6 months' time, you put yourself out there for something that can bring you extra income. Those are my 2 tips, not more. Make your budget so you know where you stand. If you are okay with what you already have, if you are in the negative, or if you manage to save. Whatever the situation is, move on to learn new skills that can bring you more and extra income in the coming years. Those were my 2 tips for you. I really hope you found some value in them. Please do not give up. Life is not as easy as we think. The situation is more complex than we think. But I think start thinking of our budget. Start thinking of new skills is a good way to go. My name is Lilian Mole. I am the founder of the African Women's Economic and Entrepreneurship Forum. I will be with you again on Friday. I've got you. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.